double G, C double T double G.
Hit 'em up, hit 'em up.
Let's go. Friends as a kid, you start pacing. but honestly, I was super. I was super. First Wednesday. I was super excited when I got the text because honestly, being around you all since I've been in business has been dream come true. So give us a round of applause. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different tonight. Alan, come on here, bro. Alan, let's go. For all my athletes who play football, y'all know what this used to be. Oklahoma. So for the ladies and the guys who don't know what this is. For everyone who don't know what this is a life lesson drill. And what I mean by it is when two players, so we're not gonna go full speed when we do this. we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna hurt nobody. But normally the object is we lay on our back, we face away from each other. We're not gonna do that tonight, but we're gonna modify it. So Alan, go stand over there, and I'm gonna stand right here. So we're gonna walk this through. So normally how this go, the whistle blows, you get up, there's a ball carrier and there's a defender. Come towards each other. There's gonna be an impact. Now, here's the thing. Depending on your size,
he's little.
Depending on your size, it's either gonna work out in your favor,
Right.
or it's not. But I've seen people smaller than myself, smaller than Alan, take somebody down that's 250 pounds. But that's because they had the mental toughness. They had the heart.
Okay.
They had the grit. Built different, right? Because in football, the low man wins. So what happens when you have that impact, you're either gonna fall down, you're gonna get run over, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. In the process, you gotta make a decision. Either you're gonna get up, you're gonna go again, you're gonna give it another try, and not give up, or you're gonna come out on the other side victorious. But you know that there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna be challenging you. Thank you, Alan. So, as I go through my pregame, we all gonna get challenged. We all gonna fall. We all gonna have setbacks. But when I got started in this business, one thing that Mama Carter told me, she said, Vic, whatever you do, don't give up.
Right.
Don't give up. And I smiled when she said that because in anything I've done in my life, anything, I don't give up. I don't give up. I'm from PG County, Maryland. You guys know? I'm from PG County, Maryland. Greatness comes out of this county. every single day. And so my parents didn't raise me to give up on anything I put my name on. So as I go through my pregame, I hope you all are inspired by what you hear. I hope it rejuvenates you because it's 2026. And we are in the #1 office in the country. So give yourself a round of applause for that. When I was doing pregame, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a surprise. I'm thinking to myself, why me? I've only been in business for about a month. Why am I being given the responsibility of setting the tone for BOM? I'm new to this whole thing. However, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and it's an honor to speak in front of all of you tonight at the #1 office in the country. Yeah, undoubtedly, me doing pregame this evening was a surprise to me, but honestly, this is where I feel most comfortable around people I admire and respect. You ever think to yourself as a child why your parents gave you certain responsibilities and added on to it as you got older and wonder why your manager at work gives you specific things that they don't give anyone else in your shop? The reason that is because trust has been established. You've shown you're ready to elevate and take that next step as a young adult and a leader. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm gonna say that again. With great power comes great responsibility. Any Spider-Man fans in here? Meaning, anyone with significant ability or influence has a duty to use it for good and to help others, not for selfish gain, as power inherently brings accountability. Unfortunately, right now, everyone in this room isn't on the same page. We are a team, we are a family, but everyone is in here isn't in alignment because we're human. We all have competing things going on within our lives that affect us and alter how we filter through it. That's called spiritual warfare. Know your why. Understand your why. Ask yourself, why are you here? What is your life's purpose? Turn to your neighbor and ask them, why are you here?
Are you here?
Think about that for a second. It's very important we figure out what that reason is. Because living a life without purpose, without direction, without a pulse, is living a life without meaning and without significance. So get this. We are told to prospect everyone, right? Well, let me tell y'all a quick story. So before we went to Nashville for a big event, I attempted to prospect one of my ex-girlfriends. Now, reason being is because what we provide to the community in terms of our products and services is something that I thought she could benefit from and incorporate into her business.
Makes sense.
But she was not interested at all. Makes sense. But
That's what she says.
but what she said to me really took me back and forced me to think about my life in its entirety. She said to me, "You're gonna have to be the crash dummy when it comes to your work as an agent." Now, little did she know that I've really been that my entire life with everything I've done.
Yeah, that crash out boys.
Because I've been the one person out of my family, out of my friends, that hasn't been afraid to bet on myself.
Come on.
Good.
Think about the decision you all have made to be in this business when you made that decision. A lot of people in your warm market between family and friends have probably said something similar to you as what she said to me. It's okay, it's cool. Because not everyone will understand or see your vision. Don't get discouraged. Don't get upset. Just do the work by them anyway. In this business, you will experience highs and lows. That's life. But stay faithful and committed to the decision you made because you took the leap of faith to bet on you and put your families on your backs. And that should always be celebrated. I have been the crash dummy for everything I've done in my life because I will always bet on me. I would rather bet on me than put my faith and trust in a system that wasn't created for me. Who all went to big event? Now, I'm not going to ask those who didn't go to raise their hands because we've done that enough since we've arrived back from Nashville. However, don't miss big event in Vegas. My experience personally was truly life altering. When I first got started in the business, all I kept hearing about was big event and all this hype surrounding it. Not that I wasn't a believer in what it stood for, but I wanted to experience it for myself before having anything to say about my experience. Trust me, it is an event you have to be there to really appreciate, respect, and take in all that you're receiving each day from each speaker. The value you receive is the equivalent of someone putting a battery in your back. Everyone is amped up, excited, motivated, and determined. Like Chris told us at the end of the big event and the emergency meeting last Friday. All that excitement and motivation will wear off without discipline and consistency. That's what separates SOS from any other hierarchy in the business, because we trust the systems and we trust our coaching. Did y'all notice at big event when some of the other leaders from the other hierarchies were speaking, SOS was the only organization that stood up while they were speaking. That's alignment. We don't receive the favor we do from the Lord without staying faithful and committed to having a positive impact on people's lives. And that's a direct result of the leadership we have in Chris and Christina Hart. During the last day of big event, I was sitting in my chair, waiting for the last session to begin. I was in deep reflective thought about not only the entire conference, but my entire life. It was at that moment where I finally figured out what my life's purpose is. Crazy, right? What God wants me to do through Him, which is to help as many people as I can and help impact their lives while I'm here on this earth. I never understood, going back to when I was a little boy, why I was so much of a giving spirit. At big event, the last day, I figured out why that is. Every single thing in my life that I've done or been a part of involved people. Every single thing. For example, at a very young age, I used to trade snacks with other kids at the lunch table because I wanted them to experience a piece of my upbringing. At a young age, I knew there were kids around me that didn't have what I had because of the circumstances and environment they grew up in. That was my way of paying it forward and giving back to others. I was a Boy Scout. I volunteered with Park and Recreation as a teenager. During the summer, I played team sports, mainly football from Pop Warner Boys and Girls Club to high school, then running track in high school, then playing baseball in high school, and ROTC. My first paid job was in the service industry as a cashier at McDonald's. I did that while I was waiting to leave for basic training for the United States Navy. Where are my military vets at? I know Matt does this all the time when he speaks, but I also want to recognize all of our veterans in the room because we don't get enough love and shine we deserve. Most people don't understand what we've had to endure and see during our days in service wearing a uniform, but your dedication, commitment, and willingness to serve our country is appreciated, and I thank you for that. In my life. Ricardo, before the start of the last session at Big Event, asked me, how are you feeling? I got pretty emotional and told her I figured out what my life's purpose is and ran through everything I stated earlier as a kid to Big Event. I'm not here by mistake. The Lord has a job and purpose for all of us to fulfill. It is the job of all of us in this room to figure out what that is. Yes, the money is cool, getting promoted is cool, getting awards is cool, but again, why are you here? Ask yourself this question every single day because it will, without a doubt, keep you focused on why you started in business here. If there is any doubt remaining in this room on why you are here, let my story in this pregame serve as a reminder to you that you are in the business of people.
Period.
Before I wrap up, I'm going to close with a scripture from the Bible. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might, for there is no work or device or knowledge or wisdom in the grave where you are going. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. And that's my pregame.
Let's go.